Hi folks, welcome back to the rear view mirror. So today we have a March 1979 walk car, priced at 45 pence as well. In the cover story, cornered the latest sports saloons on test. So Alpha Giulietta, the 131 Sport, E21 316 and the Mark II Escort RS 2000. Nice cover. Car Ferries, Real Facts, 127, Real 5, 104 test, Family Estates group test as well. And obviously, as usual, I'm not going to go into reading every single word from every single page. It will just be a flick through. And there we are, just some of the rare adverts there. And talk about the new Mustang arriving, so that's going to be obviously what the Americans call the Fox body, 2.3 litre Pinto, or Lima to them, with a turbo with 120 brake horsepower, 110 mile an hour top speed, and it was 7,250 back then. No wonder nobody bought them. Absolutely nothing to do with the fuel economy or anything like that. Just why would you buy one of them when the European competition was so good? And that was still a left-hand drive as well, by the way. Advert for the Citroen GS. And I do remember these being on the road, but they obviously did the rusty thing as everyone else did as well, of course. Long distance reviews. A Colt Lancer 1400 GL there. And the Mini Clubman. Of course, we are aware of the low production values here. Oh, there we are, superb. 127 Sport, £2,943. Subaru advert there. And on about ferries, I'm sure most of these routes don't exist anymore. And again, fantastic car. I beat a saloon there. A 2 litre ES, so that'll have the sunroof. No, it's not a 2 litre ES, sorry, it's not got alloys. Do apologise, it'll be probably a 1600. Your rust protection there. And that group test, so 104 Shorty, a 127 and the Renault 5. Of course, I'm not going to read every single word out there. And obviously space and technical information. Nice advert for the new 900. February 27th from all Saab dealers. Oh, nice Cadet Coupe advert there. Sorry about some of the gloss and shininess. By a used guide, sorry, to the Citroen 2CV and its ilk, Amy's, etc. The new Renault 18. And that group test. wouldn't exactly have called the 316 E21 Sporty or E30 or whatever, any 316. But obviously I'm sure it goes with price. Obviously, by hindsight, we know which one we would all choose. But for me, it would always be the Mirafiori Sport. Unless that E21 was a 323i right enough. And for the Colt Sigma, of course, you can read that. Before they were called, well, before they were actually sold under Mitsubishi. So it's the for and against for performance. The Alpha 4, excellent roll holding, comfortable ride. Against noticeable body roll and understeer, slow and difficult gear shift. The BMW, good steering and taut handling, firm but comfortable ride, unexceptional performance, limits of road holding. They did like to be a bit tail happy after that E21 320 anyway, that sure was. The Mirafiori Sport, excellent handling, without spoiling a comfortable ride, lively performance. Against rather noisy engine and under-geared, even with the 5-speed of course. And the Escort, superb handling, quick steering, fabulous gear shift, unpleasantly firm ride, engine gutsy but rough. And of course I'm not going to go into absolutely everything. Vox and stereo, they were absolutely superb. Removable as well back then. And the Escort, certainly for everyday living with, I don't think the Escort would have been my choice. It's a wee bit small and a wee bit, you know, unrefined. But hindsight, of course, we know where the money is. It's a pre-facelift E21 that as well, if they'd waited a wee bit, the facelift one would have been along. And the performance there. Look at those parts prices, if only. So the verdict at the end here, the Fiat is probably the most successful shoehorn job there has ever been, managing to have the feel of a racer and the appeal of a sensible family saloon. As a driver car, it was every bit as good as the RS, and it is yet eminently suitable for weekday trips to the supermarket. I've owned a few, they are brilliant. If only onto that is about rust protection. I'm sure there's a story about that and how much a con it was. And insurance there, we won't go too much into that, of course. Just obviously some of the cars and pictures. Super cover, insurance by Triumph. Obviously, in period, bit of a waste, but hey ho, what do I know? And that estate group test. So I was talking about the Ford, obviously 9-week strikes meant lengthy waiting lists for the Poplar Cortina estate, and they're comparing 3 practical alternatives. So we've got the 1700 Morris Marina, Chrysler Avenger 1.6 GL, and the Bluebird 180B. So obviously if you couldn't wait for a Cortina, you could have some of those. Again, I might have went for a 131 estate personally, but hey ho, a bit biased. certainly would not have been the Marina. And I have owned one, an 1800 special. And the verdict here is the 180B. And obviously dealer adverts and price lists. New car prices there, I'm sure. I also did have a kind of rough guide to used cars prices as well. Nice advert there for the Renault and Renault 20 and Renault 30. Not a Renault fan, but a 30 was certainly quite an attractive car. And there's our used car prices there. I must do something about being able to hold and read the magazines. And there we are. And to finish it off, your new Audi 100 5-cylinder. Nice car as well, back in the day. So folks, thank you very much for bearing with me. Sorry it's been a wee bit long in the wait doing this magazine. Obviously I'm sure it wasn't worth the wait. As I said, I will need to look into something better so I can hold the magazines and kind of go through them a bit easier. But once again, thanks for your time and watching. Obviously I do this a bit for my mental health, and it's filmed from here inside my retro 1990s folding caravan. You can see it folds along there and there. It's set just for comfort and winter YouTubing at the moment because it's very stormy outside once again. But thank you very much. Sorry for rabbiting on, and I'll make another video equally as rubbish soon as well. Bye bye folks.